Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, welcome to my channel. My name is Micah. Welcome to Floating in Dreams. This is my hobby YouTube channel. On this channel we talk about makeup and a little bit of fashion from time to time whenever I feel like it. But mainly I like to chat about eyeshadow palettes. I love doing Essence and Catrice videos for you where I try out new products and do reviews. And I am someone who likes to get the use out of their makeup. I really like to try things out before I make up my mind and give you any reviews, which is that I'm never going to focus on the newest of the new makeup. I take my leisurely time to try things out and then come to you with my thoughts on the things that I've been trying. And one of the ways I like to do that is to do monthly Shop My Stashes. And I'm a little early this time around because I tend to focus on posting them on the first Tuesday of every month. However, December is always a bit of a weird month and I definitely want to get some extra videos out towards the end of the year. So I was like, I don't think anybody minds if I do it a week early. So that's why I'm coming to you with a Shop My Stash today. And I feel ready. I feel I've tried everything that's in here. There are a couple of things that are going to stay, but for the most part, we're going to be changing things up again. And there are some products that I used up, or that I'm about to use up, etc., etc. So let's get to this drawer first because you're now looking at what I was using in November, and then we'll go to my drawers and select the products for December. So let's get started. I always like to start with the things I've used up, and that's these two. So I've used up the Essence Make Me Brow and the Catrice Lash Changer Waterproof Mascara. I thought I was actually going to use up my brow pencil before using this one up, but it ended up being the other way around. One day I was just using it, I was like, it doesn't really seem to be doing much anymore, and then indeed it had run out. So those are two products that I already replaced in the drawer throughout the month. My setting spray is really low, so this is one that I'm going through super quickly. This is also very wet and I don't like it. I'm using it up for the sake of using it up. I'm pretty sure I can manage that before the end of December. If you'd like to round up of all of the beauty and skincare products I used up in 2021, then stay tuned because once 2021 is over, that's going to be one of the first videos to go live this year. So that you can see all the makeup, but also all of the skincare, body care, hair care products that I've used up this year. I did it last year and I think a lot of people liked it, so I thought I could do it again this year. So I have a lot of makeup and beauty trash hiding under my bathroom sink, and this is going to go there once we use it up. So I'm going to be selecting a new setting spray for sure. And this is all still going strong over here. I just got myself a new Painterly that I've been using, so that has no progress to show for. I've been scraping off my MAC Vanilla, and I'm not sure if you can see this, but do you just see that it has like a very big chunk missing now? It seems to now come off in chunks whenever I scrape it down, which is just lovely. My lip balm is going very, very strong as well, but it is getting very low. So again, it's sort of like one of those products where I'm like, will I or won't I use it up before the end of the year? And then these two are just always, you know, always good to go. The MAC Fix Plus is quite new in here as well, so that's something we don't have to chat about. Mascara then, I need a new Glam & Doll. I know that, but I'm out of this, so I actually need to make a trip to the store in the next week or so to pick up a new one, and then I will also be picking up some products for a new full face of video, and then I want to pick up a new one of that as well. So, and the Lash Princess by Essence, this is the Curl and Volume in the purple tube, which is new for fall winter, and I hadn't tried it yet. I like it okay. It has an hourglass shaped doe foot applicator, spoolie. That's the word I was looking for. English, not my first language, yet I've been teaching it for more than 15 years. Still, I struggle with it from time to time. So we have that hourglass shape there. It's okay. I think I like the Lash Princess in the mint green tube still the best. And we have my brow, no, I always do this. Then we have my brow pencil, which is running very low, but I think this will last me still till the end of the year because it's not going down that quickly. And then the brow gel that I use to replace the brow gel from Essence is this Essence Clean ID Hydro Brow Gel Fixing Gel. It's just a clear gel. It's fine. It really is very inoffensive. It doesn't make my brows feel crispy or anything. It just keeps them in place. It doesn't really do anything other than just fixing them in place though. The thing I like about the Make Me Brow is that it has the fibers. So, but this is good enough for now. I'm gonna probably stop using it when it starts looking too mucky, because that's the issue with clear brow gels that come in a clear tube, is that they will start they'll start looking very grubby after a short amount of time. And over here we have the face products that I was using. There's one product missing because I'm keeping it up top so you can see the progress that I've made. This is the primer that I've been using from Essence. This is their Hello Good Stuff Primer Serum, Hydrate and Plump with Blueberry and Squalane. And I was saying last time when I put this in that I was hoping it was going to be similar to the Catrice one, the Anti-Redness Serum Primer that I was trying from them. This is nothing like it. Yes, it's okay. Is it a good enough primer? But I much, much, much prefer the Catrice. Much prefer that. This is blue. It doesn't do anything. It just has coloring. It smells faintly of blueberries, which I don't love. And it's just a primer, really. But I think you could just, you know, buy that Nivea aftershave balm that Nikki Tutorials used to rave about, and you would get the same effect. So this doesn't really do much extra, I feel. Whereas the Catrice really felt like it was not only priming my face, but also more hydrating. This is just very liquidy, and I think, again, that before the end of the year I can definitely use this up, but for now I don't really feel like using a new primer yet or selecting a new one yet, because I think I have the rest of the month to go before this runs out. I keep that on top of my vanity, so I should not put it back in. This concealer I put in to replace the concealer I was using. I haven't used it yet, but I'm about to, because look at this. This is my Kiko Skin Tone concealer, you guys. Do you just see? Like, you can actually see the wand inside it. Like, that's how little I have left. I keep this on top of my vanity to make sure the product goes down, so every time I pull it out I have enough product, but I'm getting to that point where if I put it back in, I don't have enough product. So that's why I do want to keep it up on top, and I think within the next week or so I'll be using this up. And then for foundation, these were the three things that I was trying out. The Ordinary is one that I'm trying to use up. It's about halfway gone. Again, I just need to really commit to this. So that's my plan for the next week, because I have a little bit of sort of transition time into the next month. So I'm going to be using this for the next week for sure to see how much use I can get out of it. I was hoping to use this up before the end of the year. Not sure I'm going to make it, but I'm going to definitely make an effort to see how far I get. But I do have 2 more foundations to try in the month of December, because I also want to come to you with an update in January, because I did a video in, I think, June or July showing you some new foundations that I was going to try out for you. And then I want to do like a roundup once I've tried all of them, but there's still 2 of them that I need to at least include in a Shop My Stash to try it out. These were the ones I was trying this month. Giorgio, Armani, Luminous Silk, you are so expensive, but you are so lovely. Like this, wow. I was super impressed. It feels like nothing on the skin. It wears great all day. It works so well on my dry skin, and the shade is perfect. But I will be selecting something differently, like I mentioned. The Nabla Skin Realist, I like. The shade is just not right. It is in the lightest shade possible, but this doesn't come in undertones, and it's a little bit too yellow for me. Then in here for powder, I was using this, the Catrice All Matte Shine Control Powder, Healthy Look, Natural Glow. And I hit pan the other day, so there you can see it. I've really been sticking my brush in to that bottom part, so I know I have plenty of this left. It's nowhere near gone, but I do want to try another powder that I have already hit pan on and try and use that up before the end of the year. So that's going to be one we will be selecting. For blush, I put a couple of things in. This Ciate blush in Matchmaker was the one I pretty much used the most. This was inspired by Erica. She is a fellow YouTuber here. You can find her by searching for Erica Conger. I will make sure to also put a link in the description box to her channel, because she's a lovely lady and she leaves some lovely comments on my videos. And she was doing her blush collection and showed one of these Ciate blushes that made me go like, oh yeah, I've got one of those too, and I remember loving it, and I pretty much wore this all the time this month. I also use the other ones, but this is the one that I reach for because it's just so easy to use, so nice, with a subtle glow. It just looks so natural on the skin. Then the Bare Minerals Bronzer in Kiss of Pink. I also really liked this. And I know what this has now replaced in my collection. I bought the Ofra Samantha March collab in Chick Lit last year, but I felt it was a bit too dark for me. And this guy is that shade that I wanted that blush to be. It's the perfect mix of blush and bronze. It's just lovely. So I really enjoyed wearing this. It looked very natural on the skin as well. I selected mainly very natural blushes this month. I definitely need to pick up my blush game and try something differently. And then an OG Tarte Seduced. I mean, you know you've used your Tarte blush a lot when the pattern starts to wear off. I mean, these are notoriously hard to use up, but you can definitely see here that the pattern is just becoming very faded. So I'm feeling very proud of that. That's progress, and this is one of my favorite all-time blushes. For highlighter, I was using the Becca Prismatic Amethyst, and I thought I could potentially even hit pan on this. It didn't quite happen, but you can see the use on this thing in the middle. I just love this, and this was definitely instigated by my trying some H&M Beauty early in the month. I did a full face of H&M Beauty, and they did a highlighter that I feel is a very close dupe to this, and then I was like, I just love this stuff, so that's why I went back to it. I really liked it. And then a product I hadn't yet reviewed is MAC's Double Gleam. And Double Gleam is just such a stunning highlighter. I really like the way this looks on my skin. And I now understand the hype with these extra dimension highlighters for sure. This was one of those products that I bought because of the hype. And then I just wasn't really using it all that much to really try it out and see if I liked it as well. But I ended up loving it. And then for bronzer, this is the part I forgot to kind of show you in my Shop My Stash. But I wanted to compare the Kiko Flawless Fusion Bronzer to the two that you see lying over here, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer, yes, and the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade Sunlight. This is in the shade Fair. This is also in the lightest shade, which I believe is called Tan Bronze 01. This is my favorite of the three. But I will be doing a, like these two I also haven't reviewed yet, so I will be reviewing those on my blog sometime this next month. So these are the two bronzers that are going to stay because I want to try them more. But this was so good. There's a reason why I put this in the #1 or very high up in my favorite bronzers of all time for pale skin people. This is one of the best bronzers I've ever tried. And then the Charlotte Tilbury is, I think, ooh, dare I say it? It's very comparable to the Kiko. The reason why I want to compare these products is because they are reportedly, allegedly made in the same factory. So Kiko Milano and Charlotte Tilbury share manufacturers, which is why you can find a lot of overlap in those lines. And this Charlotte Tilbury bronzer has a lovely texture. I have found, though, what the problem is with this one. It's too orange. So it is a lovely light shade. I was afraid, actually, that it was going to be too light for me, but it is a little bit too warm toned for my skin tone, I find. So this is actually one that I'm considering. I'm not sure yet whether I want to do it, whether I want to be that bold. But when I do my bronzer declutter in 2022, this may have to go. I'm not entirely sure yet, you guys. This is why I sort of take so much time to review products and really make up my mind about it, because I'm like, ooh, it's Charlotte Tilbury, it's expensive, but something being expensive shouldn't be the reason to keep it, right? The Milani was more successful. I feel the shade of this is better, but like I said, I just want to review these, try these more to really review them and really be able to make up my mind. And I definitely want to do like a little like swatcheroo where I swatch all three next to each other. And also, for instance, you know, maybe I can take pictures or do something where I put them side by side on my face as well to show you the different effects. But I haven't really managed to do that yet. So that's why these get to stay. So I don't have any bronzer picks this month. that's everything that was in the drawer, but I always also update you on my lipsticks and my eyeshadow palettes. And I'm going to be very short and sweet here, so let me grab my lipsticks. Because really, lipstick-wise, this was all I was wearing. So let me start here. This is the Rare Beauty Balm in Nearly Mauve. This is one of the best glosses I've ever tried, and I was wearing this loads this month. I bought some H&M Beauty to try, and one of their matte lipsticks is called London Season, and this looked like such a pretty mauve that I wanted to try it, so I definitely did wear that a couple of times. It's a lovely lipstick. I really like the formula, great shade. But of course, my Lisa Eldridge lipsticks made most of an appearance. Velvet Muse. I think I wore this and the Rare Beauty most days. Like, it went between these two. So Velvet Muse is my favorite shade from the Lisa Eldridge line in terms of nudes, and I was wearing it loads, but I actually bought the 3 lighter nudes in the line when she updated her website again in October and she restocked these. So I got myself Velvet Fawn, which I ended up liking a lot more than I had expected. This is actually quite flattering on, even though it's a little bit light for me. It's light, much lighter than Velvet Muse. And Velvet Affair, which is warm toned. Like, this is more brown. And I don't understand why, but this is, I've been wearing this a lot actually. Of these 3, this is the one I wear the most. And it's a shade that doesn't appeal to me if you like read the description. So, but it works really well. And then we have Velvet Intrigue. This one I ordered and then it came snapped in half. At least the minute I swatched it, it broke off. And then I got a new one for free, and that's this one. This is lovely as well, but it is very, very light. So this is more, like, wearing this by itself is like borderline not pretty, but you will see once I do a Lisa Eldridge updated lipstick collection video I hope to do in January, then you can see how these all look like on. For eyeshadow, we have some creams. I, of course, went hard for Ritz again. Like, is there a month where I haven't featured Ritz? I bought myself a backup in the Black Friday sales because, you know, that pan and all that, like, it's getting very low in the middle. So I knew I had to, as long as they stock this, that I had to get myself a backup. So that's Ritz. But what I have also been loving is this combo. This H&M cream eyeshadow in Dauphine Truffle, which is this really pretty taupey shade. It's more like a cream. It doesn't have any shimmer, so I don't love that, but I like it as a base under ColourPop's Frog. So this is very similar to Ritz, but it has a bluey lilac kind of flip to it. I'm not sure if the lighting picks up on it, but you can just see it has a little bit more of a blue shine. And this over that taupe cream from H&M was like, whoops. I really like that look. So that's my new favorite combo. And then for eyeshadow palettes, I'm gonna have to be very honest with you. I did a video this month where I reviewed all the palettes I had tried in the past couple of months, and I forgot which ones I tried this month at the start of the month to be able to do that video. So I put them back into my collection and I don't remember which ones they were. So all you're getting to see here is the ones I remembered and the ones that I've tried since then. So there isn't as much as I actually tried out, but I tried out ColourPop's High Tide. That's what I remembered. This was lovely. I really like it. But I do think that either I want to take 3 shades out and put some of the teals from the Dream Street palette in, or I want to put these shades into the Dream Street palette and then just keep the 3 shades, like the 2 teals and that shimmer, that kaleidoscope shimmer. I think I'm inclined to do that because I love all of these shades. They go really well together. Another palette that was featured in that video is the She Glam Deep Feelings palette. This is very sort of smoky, and with She Glam, I'm just not really sure that this is really my vibe. Like, I bought a couple of their palettes to try, just to see what the hype was all about, but I'm not sure that, like, the quality of the products combined with the ethics of the company are necessarily something I would want to promote on my channel. So, it's okay, but I think that it's very similar to, like, Primark makeup, and I wanted to do a full face of Primark, but the undertones of those products were so terrible that I decided to just scratch that video altogether because that was a nightmare waiting to happen. Also featured in that video were my Sydney Grace palettes. I tried a couple of these already in October, but I wanted to save the best for last, and I think that out of the three, this is the most unique. This is the Quintessence Deep. These two shades were a little bit disappointing because they are sold on the website as a taupe and like a tealy kind of shade. On me, they pulled very gray toned, which was a bit of a shame, but that could be due to my not being very deep skinned, but more fair leaning. So maybe I would have been better off buying the light. Anywho, I really wanted some more depth in this palette, which that does work with this palette quite a bit. You get some interesting shades in here. Lovely, lovely shimmers. I really like this palette. It's not my favorite of the three, but I do appreciate how like different this is from most things in my collection. And then we get to some palettes that I've tried or am trying for a video in December. I will be doing a ranking of all of my Rosy mauve toned eyeshadow palettes. I'm still trying a few before I can do that video. But Urban Decay Naked 3 Mini, I finally got my hands on it over the fall time. Look at that. This was exactly what I wanted. Like this is amazing. It's my vibe, okay? Mauve tones, rosy tones like that. I love it. I also tried this. Natasha Denona Retro. I really like this. Like, this is gonna go up there in the ranking. I just know it. It has some warmth, so it can appeal to a lot of people. But the further you go to the left, the more cool toned things get. That's the way I feel about this palette. You can pull it into a very plum direction if you want to, or you can go very sort of neutrally if you'd want to. So there's a lot of things you can do with this palette, and I love a versatile palette, you guys, so this was lovely. And then if you saw one of my more recent videos, which was my entire Pat McGrath collection video, you know that I tried the Divine Rose 1, Mothership 7, and this was lovely. It's just, I'm missing some shades, or some shades should change, I should say, for it to be perfect for me. I feel that this side is perfect and these two are perfect, but these two shades are not the best. This is a little bit too dark for me, and it doesn't really go with the rest of the palette for me. And she puts golds in every palette, and I don't love it. I just like this quad, and then with that plum, and then this bronzy tone. Like, I was able to make some really stunning looks with this. These are great shades as well. So I can definitely make it work, but it's not my favorite Pat McGrath palette, but it is a really good rosy tone palette for sure. Okay, so I do apologize that it's a little bit darker here, but this just is a very dark corner in my room. This is my face drawer. This is where I always select the most to update my drawer for you. But I will also be showing you an eyeshadow palette that I can already update you, that I will be trying for that video I just told you about. So let me get started with some setting spray before I forget, because my setting spray is very low, and this is where I keep setting sprays. I don't have that many because I tend to just use one up and then move on to the next one. This is one of my all-time favorites. This is one of my all-time favorites. And I have that in a mini as well. And then I have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh. And I have the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow. So if you shake this up, it should have shimmer in it. Oh, well, the shimmer has sunken to the bottom. Oh, now you can probably see that it just goes a little milky, a little bit more shiny. And then I have the Milk Hydro Grip, or Hydro Prime like spray. So I think I'm just going to go with the ColourPop because that's one I don't know. And ColourPop products aren't like the best in terms of longevity, so I think I should just get the use out of it. I'm not sure if I like this. I think I tried it like once, so we'll see. And for that foundation review that I still want to do for you, I'm going to have to select these two. I think there may be one more that I haven't tried yet, but I can still try that in January, right? I don't have to try everything within the year. And that will give me a chance to use up the Ordinary one. So I have the Kiko Insta Moisture Foundation in shade 1R that I will be trying out for you. I remember liking it upon first impression. And also the Dior Forever Natural Nude Foundation in the shade 0N was one that I really enjoyed upon first application. So I think both of these are going to be very successful trials for sure. I still have concealer, but I do need a powder. And the powder that I want to try and use up is this. This is the Essence Skin Loving Sensitive Mineral Powder. And I stopped using this because I wanted to try the Catrice one. But as you can see, I've hit major pan on this. And I think that if I really put my mind to it this month, I'll be able to use it up before the end of the year or so. And I really liked it. It's a good dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless finish. So her powder, this is actually a really good alternative to that. We don't need any bronzers. We do need some highlighter. And for highlighter, I just haven't been like buying a lot of highlighters. Highlighters is just currently not the thing to try and buy. So that's why I did buy myself this. I had a 30% coupon. So I bought this Dior highlighter to try out at some point, but I'm not ready yet. I don't want to do it yet. Because I have those two bronzers I still need to review, and I actually really want to focus on lipstick. So I'm just going to put in some tried and true. In the wintertime, I really like NARS's Fort de France. I just need to go back to this. This is that glass-like kind of finish on the skin. Love that. Ow, and the Fancy. I pulled this in last time as well, one of the other times this year, and I just want to make sure I expand that pinprick of a pan that I have and see if I can get some more use out of it. So then I've got something that's a little bit lighter pinky, and I've got something golden toned, so that will see me through for highlighter for sure. And then for blush, I think blush-wise, I definitely want to put in some creams again, because I've bought quite a few cream products, and I just need to get the use out of them. So I think I'm definitely going to put in Venetian Rose by M Cosmetics, because I haven't used it yet to review it. So I know I love this product, but I want to review it now. So that's something to review. But I also want to go back to an old favorite, of course. Ooh. As you can see, there's a lot of overflow in the blush department. This Kiko blush in, I believe it's called something Marsala 05. They no longer make this, but it's a lovely blush. Shall I just do that? It's very basic. I told you I was going to do not so basic things. Oh, yeah. I want to use my Nabla Skin Glazing Powder in the shade Lola. That's for sure. That's going to be lovely. So now I've got some old loves, a new cream blush to review. I think we're good on blush. Don't you think? I think we're good on blush. That's it. We've put the drawer back together, but I'm going to tell you as well what palette I'm currently using. This is the Tarte Juicy by Tarte, and this is one that I bought because I thought it would be lovely to try for that rosy tone video. It's quite warm toned. I've only used these two rows so far. I still need to do a look with the pinky tones, but that's sort of what I've been trying, and you will see what else I have been trying for that video very, very soon, I'm sure. So that's it, what I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed watching this Shop My Stash. I have a full playlist with other Shop My Stashes if you would like to see more of them. And I will be doing a Get Ready With Me actually already really soon, because I kind of skipped the Get Ready With Me for November. I was going to do one, and then I wasn't feeling the best, and I was like, I'll just do it at the start of December and just get it over with. So we are going to be doing a Get Ready With Me very, very soon. It will probably be like the next video to go up. So thank you very much for watching today's video, everybody. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more by me. I make 3 new videos a week, and I hope you would like to stay tuned and come back for more. So yeah, I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.